Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Bradley YT and welcome back to another crypto video. So today we're going to be doing a update on Ethereum, and it's not looking too good at this moment in time, but we're going to talk about what's happening with Ethereum and what could happen over the next sort of couple of days, or basically over the course of this weekend. But first of all, make sure you slap a like on this video, and please make sure you do subscribe and turn that bell notification on, because it does help this channel massively, and it's free, so why not get free, well, it's not advice, but free entertainment for you guys for free, basically. But it does help the channel massively, and I would greatly appreciate it if you do subscribe. But let's get straight into it. So basically, Ethereum, so basically my video the other day, I said that we were in this ascending sort of wedge pattern here, and I said if we do fall out, which we did fall out exactly where I kind of predicted, so we were in this sort of bullish flag pattern here, and then we kind of broke towards the downside. So I was sort of suggesting that we could possibly be breaking towards the downside, but if we do break out of this ascending sort of wedge pattern here, then we could be coming down quite rapidly. And we came down first of all to retest $1,817, and then I said that we should come down after that, breaking through that support, and come down to around $1,737. But I didn't quite expect us to come all the way down as far as we did. So I did expect to break towards the downside, but I didn't know how big the break towards the downside will be. I did kind of hope that we would be holding support around this area, but obviously this area here is quite a strong support level as well. But now we are we're now basically heading down towards $1,513 now. But let's just see what's going to happen with Ethereum over the course of this evening and sort of by tomorrow, and I will sort of see what's happening right now, and then we can sort of see what's going to be happening over the course of today and tomorrow. So on the this is the 4-hour chart. Let's head towards the 45-minute chart. So if we look at the 45-minute chart, we did actually break towards the downside from a bearish flag pattern here by the looks of it. So we were in a bearish flag pattern right here. So this is what a bearish flag pattern looks like. So obviously this is the 45-minute chart, so a lot happens in the 45-minute chart as well. But I'm just going to show you what sort of happened over the course of the last couple of hours. So basically we created this bearish flag pattern here, and then we broke towards the downside, so it would be this sort of red candle here. So we did break towards the downside from the top there, but usually we would sort of predict that we should be breaking towards the downside if we break out down the bottom from the bearish flag pattern, and we should be coming back down to support. But we didn't actually do that. We've basically just come down, sort of hit the support, well, just above the support level, and now we're sort of bouncing back towards the upside. So what's happening right now, so this candle closes in the next half an hour. So I would say that this is a bearish flag pattern, but obviously this candle has not actually closed just yet. But as you can see, we are bouncing back up on the RSI as well. So as soon as we tick bullish on the RSI, we should be coming up to sort of retest this sort of area here of $1,584. Because this is like a little, it's a small local resistance here. But if we do sort of break through this sort of level, then we should be coming up to retest this level here of around $1,618. But what I can sort of see though, if just by some experience, so obviously this candle hasn't closed just yet, but what I can sort of see is that it is creating another bearish flag pattern down here. So obviously once this candle closes, then that will be a confirmed bearish flag pattern. So this is only if it confirms bearish, it confirms that it's a bearish flag pattern. So obviously this candle needs to close first before this pattern can actually play out. So I'm just going off a whim here and obviously just predicting what's going to happen. So obviously this might not be happening right now, but it looks like to me that it is a bearish flag pattern. So if we do break towards the downside again, then we should be breaking through this support level here again, and so this is $1,513 support, and then we should be coming back down to around $1,472, and then potentially coming back down to around this support level here of $1,396, which obviously no one wants, but it does look like we are breaking back towards the upside, and we are about to tick bullish. So hopefully we do come up to retest this resistance level here, and then potentially break through, and then try to come up and retest this resistance up here at around $1,730. The break towards the upside from here will be around that. So that would mean that we should be coming up to around $1,595 if we do break towards the upside from this bearish flag pattern here. And then we should, after that, be breaking towards the upside to around $1,618. So right now, our target is to hit around $1,618 again, and then obviously we can see what happens after that. If we head to the 1 hour chart, it is the same kind of thing. So we did initially break towards the downside from a bearish flag pattern here. And as you can see, we broke down, hit this level here, and now we are bouncing back towards the upside. So so that's kind of what's happening. We're sort of coming down, we're hitting support here, well, just above support, and now we're bouncing back towards the upside. So what I am hoping is that, so as you can see on the RSI as well, which does prove it as well, so hopefully we do bounce back towards the upside and try to retest this resistance level here, and try and break through it really. But there is a chance that we could be retesting it and then bounce back down towards the downside. Let me just get rid of these lines here. So yeah, the option that we kind of have is obviously we've broken through this support level here, we've hit down here, and we're now bouncing back up towards the upside, and we are potentially ticking bullish soon on the RSI. The 1 hourly chart closes in 45 minutes as well. So once this closes, and obviously we do tick bullish as well, then we could be pumping back towards the upside. So what I'm kind of hoping for is that we've now come back down to support, and we are now gaining some buying pressure, and hopefully we do tick bullish on the RSI, and then we do potentially bounce back up towards the upside to retest this resistance level here of $1,618. That is what we're looking to do by this evening or by early hours of tomorrow morning. If we head towards the 4 hourly chart, let's have a look to see what chart is playing out there. Let me just get rid of these, and then we can look at what's going on. So as you can see, again, basically we did break towards the downside of a bearish flag pattern on the 4 hourly as well. That's obviously why we went down so hard. So if we get this red candle here, this would have been our downside potential here. Obviously we didn't go down as far as we should have, but we obviously broke down towards the downside of this bearish flag pattern here, and then we obviously hit support, or around the support level of $1,512. But as you can see now, we are actually forming another bearish flag pattern for the 4 hourly chart. Obviously it's not a confirmed chart yet. Like I said in the hourly chart, this is only a bearish flag pattern if this candle closes, which this candle closes in the next 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that's obviously when it is a confirmed bearish flag pattern. So obviously it's not confirmed just yet, but we can look at if it is a bearish flag pattern, because obviously we are still trading between these two lines. So I do expect if we do stay between these two lines in the next 2.5 hours, then it will be a confirmed bearish flag pattern. So this is us just trying to predict what will happen in the next few hours, and after the 2 hours and 43 minutes is up, and this is a confirmed pattern. So we're just trying to get ahead of the game. So we're trying to predict what's going to happen before it actually happens, and this is what I do on this channel. I try to see what's going to happen before it actually happens. So obviously I can place a trade, and then try and make money off of that, so I can get in a better position than I would do if it is a confirmed pattern. Obviously there are downsides to this. I could lose the money, or it could not be a confirmed pattern, and it can go straight down and blah blah blah. But this is just what I do, and I seem to be quite good at it as well. So this is why you need to be subscribed to my channel, because obviously this is what I'm good at right now. But yeah, obviously if it is a confirmed bearish flag pattern, then first of all the downside potential will be this red candle here. So if we do break towards the downside from this 4 hourly chart on this bearish flag pattern, then we will be coming down to around $1,435, and then after that probably potentially coming down to support of $1,396. So everything's kind of looking at around this level here of $1,397. But let's look at the upside potential as well. Obviously the upside potential for the 4 hourly is not that great, but it does mean, again, this also confirms that we could be coming up to also retest this level here of $1,618. So if we go back, if we do tick bullish on the hourly, on the RSI, that could mean that we could be coming up to break out of this bearish flag pattern here, and then we could be breaking up towards the upside to this resistance level here of $1,620. So this just all points towards this level here of $1,620. So we could be breaking towards the upside. So if we tick bullish on the RSI on the 1 hourly, then that will lead to us getting some buying pressure, and then that also might lead to us ticking bullish on the 4 hourly chart as well, and potentially ticking bullish on the RSI on the 4 hourly as well. So it's all coming together. If we do break outside of this towards the upside, we could be retesting $1,620, but there is always a downside potential as well. Obviously right now we are kind of 50-50. So we could also be breaking towards the downside. If you look at the charts and you see us heading towards the edge of this bearish flag pattern, then that would mean that we would be breaking through support here of $1,510, and then potentially coming down to around $1,433. So I'm just trying to warn you. Let's head towards the daily chart. Daily chart, again, we are creating a bearish flag pattern, but obviously this is not closed yet. This is a confirmed pattern once the daily candle closes. So this will be closing in the next 2 hours and 40 minutes. So when it hits midnight, the daily candle will close, and then that would mean that this would be a confirmed bearish flag pattern. So let me look at this potential for this. The downside potential and the upside potential can be quite substantial. So just bear in mind, obviously we are heading towards the downside from this bearish flag pattern as well. So we could be breaking down a lot further. So the downside potential for this will mean that we could be coming all the way down to around $1,273. Obviously this is not a confirmed bearish flag pattern just yet. But if we do stay between these levels, and if the candle closes, that would be a bearish flag pattern. And then if we do continue to head towards the downside and break through this and close outside of this, then that would mean that we will be heading down towards the downside. So once this obviously closes, then a new candle will start. We either head towards the upside on this new candle, or we head towards the downside. Potentially we could be heading towards the downside, breaking through this, and then heading towards this support level here of $1,273. So look out for that level. Make sure you're careful when you're trading and leverage trading. Obviously this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just saying be careful if you are trading, because obviously everyone's a bit scarce at this moment in time. So just be careful when you are trading, and obviously place stop losses as well. So the upside potential as well, if we do break towards the upside from this bearish flag pattern on the daily chart, then we could be heading towards the upside as well. So if we do head towards the upside of this bearish flag pattern, so if obviously things change, let me just get rid of this. So if things change, then we could head towards the upside. So obviously make sure you're watching the chart or draw on the chart to make sure you can see this bearish flag pattern, but we could head towards the upside. If you break towards the upside of this bearish flag pattern here on the daily, then we could actually be heading towards the upside here of around $1,904. But we have to be retesting these resistance levels here first, so $1,732, $1,816, and then $1,863, and then potentially coming up to around $1,900. So the break towards the upside can be quite big for Ethereum, and the break towards the downside can be quite big as well. At the moment, it is looking like on the daily we can be heading towards the downside a bit further, but as long as we tick bullish on the 1 hourly, and then obviously eventually hopefully ticking bullish on the 4 hourly, then we could try and retest the top side of this bearish flag pattern on the daily and then head towards the upside. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully Ethereum doesn't hit this level here of $1,276, but we'll see what happens. I'll be posting another video tomorrow. Please make sure you do subscribe, and also make sure you follow my Twitter as well, which is CryptoBradleyYT. It's the same as my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you're careful when you're trading, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.